So probably the thing I hate the most about having a Bermuda lawn is scalping that thing in the spring. It's a messy, time-consuming, dusty job that I don't think anyone truly enjoys doing. So last year I quit. I didn't do it. Should you scalp your Bermuda lawn? Let's talk about it. So proponents of scalping, this annual ritual of dropping your mower down as low as it possibly can go, removing all that old, dead, dormant stuff, will say that scalping it promotes an earlier green up and it's going to reduce the chance for thatch disease, all that kind of stuff. So these things could be valued and true, but last year I didn't do it and my lawn still looked fine. I didn't have any noticeable difference in green up, and I didn't have any increase in disease or anything like that. So um, why did I skip the scalp last year? Well, I was driving to work one day and I was listening to a radio program. They were interviewing a turf expert from University of Georgia named Clint Waltz, and a question came up about scalping, and he recommended that you just mow your Bermuda lawn in spring at the same height that you normally would mow it. So that really struck a chord with me because I had been considering skipping the scalp, but that just came from an expert and was like music to my ears. Like, just skip it and see what happens. I couldn't be more happy with the results. I still had a nice looking lawn all summer, and none of the things came true that some of the folks on YouTube would say. You're about to start seeing these videos pop up. So they're going to tell you to get out there and scalp it, and they're going to tell you to pre-scalp it. They're going to tell you to burn it. You're going to see videos of people burning their Bermuda. And, I guess, removing that old dead stuff could be a benefit. You're getting kind of a fresh start. But one of the things that they're not going to talk about is the fact that you could actually do some damage to your lawn. All right, so let's talk about some of the negatives of scalping. So when you drop that blade down, you actually could damage the crown of the plant, especially if you're like me and you have an uneven yard. You're going to drop the blade down to about an inch, but when it gets off, kilter, you're going to dig that blade down into the dirt in some areas, and you could risk damaging that plant, which really negates some of those benefits that people tout of the scalping. Not only that, what if the early green up happens and then you have a frost or a freeze that comes up? You just really negated that benefit, because when you leave the dormant grass blades up, they're going to actually shade out and insulate that Bermuda grass from, those cold frost and freezing temperatures, which I would think would cause an earlier green up in the lawn. I did not notice a difference though last year in green up. My lawn green up at pretty much the same time that it has for the past 5 seasons that I've been at this house. You've got to do something with all these clippings, and there are going to be a lot of clippings. In fact, that's why a lot of these guys do switch to burning their lawns, and that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. I've seen a lot of guys on YouTube just taking and dumping them into garbage cans, and they go into a local landfill, which definitely is not doing any good for our communities or our environments. This is something that is kind of a tradition that some people do, but many homeowners don't ever scalp their yards at all, and they still have nice looking lawns. So I think it's a phenomenon that happens on a lot of on YouTube and social medias, that's just been passed down, and people just think and assume that they have to do this. But you can do it. I've had a really nice looking lawn during years that I've scalped, but I am here to say that last year I didn't scalp. I quit it, and my lawn looked just fine. It looks the same right now, in fact, in this winter, as it has every other season. So why don't you just skip that scalp this year, save yourself some time and some mess, go out there and enjoy those really nice spring days that you would have been spending time scalping, and see how that works out for you. What I'll do instead this year is I'll just mow at a regular mowing height. I may take it like a 1/4 of an inch lower, but that's pretty much it. No scalp for me, no bagging up dead material, just mowing that lawn in the spring at a regular kind of a mowing height and enjoying my time doing some other stuff. So I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.